Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading higher by about 8 points at the moment to around 1974.5 per contract. So decent pop here on the futures. It looks like the CPI number was just released, but the futures were higher before that number even came out. So it looks like the number that came out from the consumer prices rose about 0.3% in June. Believe it or not, the leading part of that component was gasoline. So I don't know how much we should make out of it. But one thing I will say, if you take a look at the dollar-yen chart, the dollar-yen was roaring and soaring. And once that CPI number came out, the dollar-yen did start to sell off. Remember, a weaker dollar-yen is definitely a weak sign for the market, despite the futures being higher at the moment. So again, once the opening bell rings, it's going to be very, very important to track exactly where the dollar-yen is, what is it telling us, and what's going on there. But right now, futures are much, much stronger, at least to start the day. But just looking at the fact that the dollar-yen is tapering off, that usually is a negative for the stock market going forward. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. We have earnings galore out here. First off the bat, we're going to talk about Harley-Davidson. I'm not exactly sure what they said, but you could check the news for yourself. I'm always just looking at the chart just to see what the company is doing. And right now, it looks like to me, Harley-Davidson having a pretty good sell-off here. Stock trading is trading at $65, closed at $67.08. I am going to have gap levels for this equity in the chat room, so anybody that wants to play Harley-Davidson with us, please come over. Those gap levels will be posted at 9 a.m. Next one I'm going to talk about is TRV. This is another stock that is selling off this morning, closed at $95.26, trading at $92.96, did trade as low as $92. I'm going to have gap levels for this one also posted in the morning chat room. So again, if you want to trade this stock with us, come on over to the chat room. That level will be posted. Let's get some freebies out here. Here's McDonald's. Good little move lower on McDonald's. Stock closed at $97.55 yesterday. It's trading at $95.25 today. So any way you slice it or dice it, this is a pretty good decline for McDonald's. One level that I am watching right now for some support would be around $95.10 to $95. So keep that on the radar. If that level gets broken, there really isn't another support level till around $91.50. So again, $95.10 to $95. That's the next support level that I'm seeing for McDonald's. But nonetheless, pretty good little morning sell-off in that equity. Next one up is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is selling off today. The stock closed at $42.40, now trading at $41.51. I don't really see a great level here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say $41.05 to $41 will be support for Coca-Cola. So keep that on the radar. $41.05. That will be a support level for Coca-Cola. So you want to keep that on the radar today. The next one I'm going to talk about is Herbalife. Now this stock has been hammered over the past couple of days simply because it looks like Carl Icahn, who was an activist for Herbalife, is now chumming up with Bill Ackman, who is against Herbalife, who says the stock's going lower. Again, the soap opera drags out. But Bill Ackman will be presenting today at 10 o'clock in the morning. So again, investors are a little bit nervous there, and I really don't know what the stock's going to do. I will give you my next big support levels, though. One will be $46.88, and one will be $39.05. Both levels should be good for bounces if they trade down that low. There's also going to be some support at $52, but it may be a tough trade in the beginning of the day, so be careful with that level. But I do like $46.88 and $39.05 for Herbalife. All right, let's move over to the next one here. We're going to talk about Apache. It looks like an activist, one of these hedge fund guys, are getting involved in Apache. The stock closed at $98.56, now trading at $104.50, so it's a great move. The stock has upside, believe it or not, to around the $107, $107.50 level. That's where you should look for big-time resistance. Either way, I'm not sure we can make too much out of it. I would not be a buyer up here either way. The stock is way overdone, but like I said, it could go to 107. Let's take a look at Dupont. I believe they reported earnings. They also upped their dividend by 2 pennies. The stock right now is trading, I believe, right at this level here, just underneath 67.50. It closed at 65.50. So either way, that's a good move up. The big level I'm looking at for Dupont today would be around 68.40, 68. Yeah, right around 68.40, 68.38. That should be pretty good intraday resistance. So watch for resistance right there. But that means the stock does have a little bit more upside to go. The next one on my list here is Credit Suisse. It looks like they reported earnings that were the worst since 2008. The stock is getting hit a little bit. Right now it's trading at 28.48. I don't see real good support here until if it loses the 28 level until we get to around 27.13. They also settled with the government, I believe, a $1.8 billion settlement with the government, the U.S. government, that is. So, again, I'm not sure what to make out of it. There is definitely some support right in this range, but the better levels would be 28.13 and 25.03. 27.13 and 25.03. So again, watch 27.13 if it does get down there for Credit Suisse. Let's take a look at Texas Instruments. Ticker symbol is TXN. Right now the stock is trading at $48.75. There will be some intraday support at $47. So again, watch $47 for Texas Instruments. Next one I'm going to talk about is TD Ameritrade. AMTD is the ticker symbol. The stock right now is trading at $30.75. It did trade as low as $30.40. Level I'm looking at today would be $28.50, $28.55. That's your support level to go long. All the levels given today are scalp long levels, which mean they're just basically day trades lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. But this level right here at $28.56 on TD Ameritrade looks pretty solid if you ask me. We'll see if the stock can get down to that area. But that's a spot where I would look for a bounce in the equity. All right, let's take a look at a few other things out here. Gold futures trading down $2.30. They were down much, much more. Let's go to the GLD. You can see the GLD was trading below 125.40. Now spiked all the way up to 126.60. Why did the GLD spike? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It spiked because the dollar yen is declining. Dollar yen moves lower, GLD will go higher. That's the way it works. That's the relationship out here at the moment. So keep that on the radar, and we'll see how that plays out today. Oil futures are higher by 12 cents. Again, looks like light sweet crude, and I'm going to talk about the September contract. I believe is trading around 103, up about 14 cents on the trading day. We'll see where that goes and how it plays out. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover today pretty quickly. Just a quick recap. Futures are higher by $8.75 to 1974.75. So decent little pop ahead of the opening bell. My one word of caution is watch that dollar yen. It is reversing its earlier gains pretty significantly, and if that goes lower, that's usually problematic for the stock market overall. So right now it has no effect, but we'll see how it works after the opening bell rings. With that said, everybody have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.